Hello everyone, welcome back to Dave Mirra 2 again, now on the Xbox. Here we're going to see the second level that's on the Xbox and Gamecube versions, but not on the PS2 version.
Would you call that like a PlayStation 2 unexclusive?
Yeah, exactly. A not-exclusive, a miss-exclusive.
An excluded. PS2 excluded.
Yeah, an excluded game. So I'm in Sedek with me as Blank Tester.
Hey.
And today we're going to see Venice, Italy. And as you see in the other two versions, this is the last level. So, instead of, the airport being the last level that we saw in the PS2 version, you go to Venice for the last level. And since it's the 10th level, you got to get 100,000 points.
God, the skybox is so oppressive. It's like I'm playing Stalker.
But I got to say, in the Dave Mirra 2 series that I did, 5 years ago, when I did the PS2 version, I mentioned that as the levels went along, the bullshit challenges appeared sooner and sooner. And that doesn't change here. Venice is almost bullshit, right out of the gate. Sure, it's fine,
Right out of the floodgate?
It's fine, yeah. It's fine riding around, doing the point challenges, but even in the first set, I think there's one or two challenges that are kind of weird. And then when you get to the second set, it's just, oh my god, actually trying to play and knowing what the challenges were. Not stumbling around to find them, but knowing what they were and just trying to do them. My first time, I spent about an hour and a half. Completing the level.
Ooh.
It was to the point, I'd never felt this before. I wanted to lay down on the floor and just scream.
I know that feel.
We talked about, if you watch every video on my channel, I just finished up a game, MTX Moto Tracks, in 2017. Again, coming back to this Dave Mirra 2, way late to show the extras off. But, that game got me super pissed, smacking the controller against myself or whatever. That's usually what I do when I get mad. This just left me hopeless. It wasn't mad, it was hopeless.
I was actually in the same place just last night. I'll tell you about that later.
But, I'd never... You said oppression? That's almost how I felt. Just trying some of these challenges over and over and over again. Because,
laid low by the bike tree.
They just don't work. This level, I don't think got play tested enough. Because some of the challenges... just everything that happens in the game, we talked about, sometimes you get a 20-foot jump when you don't expect it. Sometimes you get a 1-inch jump when you really need a normal jump.
Right.
When you can't even trust how far you'll jump. And a lot of the challenges in this level require jumping.
Precision, yeah.
But, again, I think the reason this level had to get cut out is because, again, there's interactable objects. There's chairs and tables that you can hit and...
I was thinking, since it's Venice, what if they had really realistic water, just ridiculous fluid dynamics, like some crazy high-tech thing that still looks impressive today, and that's the reason it got cut.
Yeah.
But no, unfortunately, it's still just a wall, a kill barrier with a texture.
Yeah, I mean, I don't exactly remember the PS2 version, but probably if you had to break those statues, they'd probably fall into a few pieces and then
with one single animation.
And then disappear as you're going to the ground. But here you see a few more pieces. But especially if I hit those tables and chairs or whatever, they'll
just knock
move
around.
They'll move and go around the place and
bump into each other.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say, I'm obviously I've never been to. Well, that's not obvious, I guess. I've never been to Venice. I'd really like to go. One thing that I find really disconcerting is that as a picture tourist of Venice, I have all these wonderful notions of what Venice must look like, and then you're riding around this level and I see a construction site and I go, gosh, why is this game going for a gritty, realistic look at what Venice is really like? I just wanted to see a nice, pleasant, canals and gondolas and people eating spaghetti on the street. I don't think that happens in Venice, but, maybe it does, I don't know. But, I don't know, I was hoping for more, romanticized version of Venice, and instead I see this, apocalyptic skybox and green water, and I'm weird.
I guess so. I mean, you gotta work with what you got, and in Dave Mirra 2's case,
That's not a lot.
Yeah, I mean, kind of simple graphics or whatever, but, another thing I want to point out, going back to this game, also somehow doing a no-footer counts for a one-footer, which I guess works out.
One extra foot.
Technically, but holy shit. Xbox version, Like, if you're trying to slow down or skid or whatever, the thumbstick is useless.
God, this vibrating character is weird.
Like, you know, you do a quick slowdown by hitting one of the trigger buttons and then, you know, holding back or holding to the side and you'll start skidding or whatever. The thumbstick... Oh, Paranoid was playing again, so it froze up for a second.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll get back to the thumbstick thing. All I need to do is get up on top of this quarter pipe to complete a challenge.
Oh, right.
Grind the balcony rails. Even fucking grinding on a quarter pipe and getting up on top of it was a Herculean effort.
Yeah. You're at 3 seconds left.
Yeah, I barely get this one. I mean, but...
Wow, I mean, you got it. So.
Yeah, but, like... So, like, every time, like, I'm trying to slow the fuck down or whatever, pretty much the thing I have to do is use the D-pad and the stick. I feel like back in the PS2 version I could use the thumbstick, but the Xbox version is useless for trying to slow down. The thumbstick is. Like, it just doesn't get it. There's a lot of things that, going back, like, I mentioned this. I'm trashing on this game a lot just because I kind of picked it up to show these levels. You know, I didn't ease myself back in. I kind of dove right back into it. And this isn't a game you can just dive into if you want to go far in it. You need to really, you know, play around with it and kind of make things work. You know, do extra things, you know, find your own strategies or whatever to make things work.
God, that was weird.
Yeah, 20 trick combo. I'm not here to be a super strategy guide, so I'm not going to do some super cool run.
That's true, yeah.
Do a bunch of small tricks, link jumps with manuals, you know. I did the easy way out. But,
I'm sure everybody watching in the streets of Venice, which is to say, no one,
yeah,
they were very impressed.
Yeah, it's amazing. They actually cleared the whole city out for...
See, you know what would be great if in... That was nice. It would be great if in this game they had civilians walking around like in Prototype, and you could just barrel through them in Prototype, right? Like in Prototype, you know, you get your once you get the shield ability, you can just activate that and like hold the button and just run through people. And when you're running through them, they'll just fly over your head like getting knocked out of the way. It'd be great if you could do that here.
Yeah, like remaster the game, updated graphics, but also put a ton more pedestrians.
Yeah, just pedestrians you can run down.
But I want to say, so like. This long, you know, side of the level that's against one of the canals or whatever, as you see, it's like a freaking, I don't know, you're on American Ninja trying to get across it. You know, you gotta go down, drop down, do all these jumps or whatever. And, yeah, just, I don't know, they really try to section you off from being able to, you know, be next to the water or whatever, which... normally makes sense, but there's a challenge where you have to jump on some barges and jump across them.
Right, that's how they glowing red.
And oh my god, that's gonna be something. But
you slide a lot after pedaling once.
I just want to slow down some of the time.
Why
does it drop you right into the wall? I don't know. Okay, so I want to talk about the challenge where you gotta jump over the barges, transfer between the 3 barges. This was one of the first challenge that made me just want to die the first time. Because it's so hard, it's like so difficult, it makes no sense why it's so difficult. It sounds so easy.
Right,
Get on the barge and then do some jumps, but like, obviously they're on the water, so you gotta ramp onto the water somehow, ramp onto them. With the fact that you crash on nothing in this game, the fact that once you're on the barge, you probably can't slow down.
That's true, yeah.
So you're just gonna ride off.
You better do it right the first time.
For the longest time, I had to, you know, I was waiting until they were getting on this big straightaway and then trying, and I would just fuck something up every single time, you know, like, or the game would fuck something up. Like, I'd try to jump on, I'd get on, but I'd ride off, and then, like, you could see it's really hard to get on them again, just because there's no single great opportunity. There's either railings, or the environment's kind of weird, or like you finally get on them and then you go for the jump and they give you the 1-inch jump.
Right.
So for the longest time I was trying to do it over here and failing horrendously. I never got it once in my first attempt. The one good thing, if you crash onto a barge, it does think you've done the jump. That's the one saving grace.
Okay.
But so in this second playthrough, I was just trying this to show that it was impossible. And the way I actually finally got it on my first time was some way else, but, you know, so I'm trying to just show off that it's impossible, and I do it. I don't intend to do it, and I don't think I can do it a second time. But I'm like, fuck, fine. Okay, I'll show off the easy way anyway. Because then I found this other way to do it, my first time playing, that I got first try. And I'm like, okay, shit, what was I doing? This is how you're supposed to do it. So then I go to show it off in the recorded footage, and I can't do it.
So this quote-unquote easy method.
This easy method that I'm trying to show off, right over to hit the barges, and then you're supposed to, like, crash onto one of the
blue
things, and then jump up onto the barge, and from there I was just able to jump barge, like, immediately.
Oh.
But...
So maybe this is the intended...
But I spent... Oh my god, trying to show this easy way off, even after I'd done the challenge, I spent 15 minutes failing it over and over. Because I just wouldn't jump when I wanted to, or would not over jump, but like, I don't know, like, it just goes away from you, like,
yeah.
So I can't believe this, but the way that you're not supposed to do it, I think I got it, and the way that I feel like you are supposed to do it, I couldn't do it, so I can't tell you guys how to do this challenge. I can't give you any help.
I mean, maybe...
But that challenge is way too fucking hard either way, because the level geometry and the ability of your character is just not precise enough. But we're finally onto that, and we're onto the third set. I think I got hardcore.
I kind of love that he doesn't even try to swim. he just drowns. He just instantly
done. Did you see that? I was stuck on the bench, so the only way I could get off was to foot plant my face into the ground.
Yeah. Also, who the hell put this ugly ass generator here?
So they're generators for like pumps to like drain the canal or something.
Okay, I guess that makes a little more sense, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't just leave them out for children to play with.
Yeah, so we're on the third set now, you know, the amateur set, and then I think I got pro and hardcore mixed up last level, and I can't remember what the actual order is. Like I said, I kind of dove back into this game.
I mean, you said hardcore
just
pro
to show them
insane,
up.
so...
Yeah, so I think pro hardcore insane is the actual order. But yeah, now you're on the other side of the level, you go over the canal, and now there's a bunch of challenges over here. Oh my god, can I just jump into the fucking switch? Like, can I jump into the switch? Thank you.
Wow, thank you, camera. I like the ceiling here. The ceiling really makes it work.
Yeah. But, oh man, over here is just a shit show of things. I mean, this level is a bad level. I just have to say that. This level is a bad level. Like, it has too
We were talking about the good level design in the last level. And there was like a couple points where we were like, yeah, that's pretty good. And there are a couple things that we thought weren't so great, but like
this level would
kind of weird.
This level is entirely dependent on the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
And so since the mechanics of the game aren't that great, the level really suffers because it wants you to do cool stuff. Like, you know, I'm gonna get this first try, but oh my god, once again, first time playing, I could not get this because I kept ignoring how much I needed to cheese the game. You know, jump and grind and jump and grind and jump and grind.
Right. You were trying to do it in one solid grind.
In one solid grind, and even with max stats, max bike,
you need to still
once again,
cheese.
I just hit a cheat to unlock everything. I'm playing with the max stats that my guy can get. So if you don't have the max bike, some of this is probably tougher. But even like grinding that thing to jump over and grind on the Opera House beam, like the first time, I kept missing the left edge of that thing you need to grind, like jumping over it and grinding on the right side and not being able to get over and just making a fucking mess. Like, you know, you guys aren't gonna see the first time I tried to play through this level, but again, an hour and a half to complete all of these challenges, just because things would not go together. Which, honestly, after the end of MTX Moto Tracks and this, like, I might need, like, an easy game to play. Like, I'm almost at the point where, like, I should just take a long break. Too much bullshit too soon in a fucking row, you know? Like,
well, we'll see.
This,
And you know what? If he decides to, regardless of whether he decides to take a break, you should definitely leave comments that read "Rip and Aesthetic," and this channel was great. Too bad it's over. Like we had a good run. Like just imply that he's dead.
Yeah.
Because clearly that's what it means. If he takes a break, that clearly means it's all over.
Yeah, you guys really came through. I mean, last year when I said, "Hey guys, I gotta move. I'll be back eventually." I mean, you guys definitely came through with the Rip and Aesthetic. It was a good run comments, so I can't wait to see what you guys drop now.
And now that we're saying it, some people will ironically do it. Some people will not have heard any of what we just said and write unironically Rip and Aesthetic.
So I can't remember the guy's name at the moment, but there's some guy who played through this level and in his YouTube video and discovered that you could use that jump there to jump onto the Opera House roof and get over here, which, thank God, I don't have to go do that whole fucking grind to get over here again.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, even this is just like, you're supposed to do a diagonal jump and grind the fruit market awning, but once you're on the awning, you can't, start grinding it. You, have to land in a grind. Oh, but again, movable tables, chairs, Yeah. But third time's the charm, and with, as good
it's a really cool grind, but it should not be that hard to get there.
Yeah, this half of the level is just the challenges just are too hard. They require just
extreme skill,
extreme manipulation of the game.
Yeah,
not even skill. God, there's so much missed potential. I feel I really want to see this kind of level in Tony Hawk. Imagine the kind of crazy shit you could do if this level was in Thug Pro or something.
Yeah, let the boys at Antonio Hawk's skate emporium handle it.
But so now the insane challenge, you have to manual on that same Opera House railing, which, okay, I know how to get on it now. You start grinding the right side like you did before and just tilt to the left and your guy will fall onto the railing. And then you can start manualing from there. But oh my god, how many times can I say the same thing? Just trying to be precise is not this game's strong suit.
It's like with MTX Motor Tracks and that one thing where you have to
ride across the small beam.
Even though there's no balance meter and there's no mechanic built for this.
Yeah, just fall on. So I'm on, but I've already gone too far now.
Oh, and you can't manual?
Well, I can manual, but I don't think I could manual far enough.
Oh.
But obviously, there's no way to just get your guy fucking turned around.
Yeah.
So, one more shot. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow, unless the pro's in your fucking way and knocks you off.
Maybe the game just blows.
Yeah. Disaster.
Landed it.
Rip.
Awkward landing.
Rip Rick.
Rip Rick?
Molotov. Yeah.
Rip and Aesthetic.
But I mean, it finally just has to come together, Once again, second time around, didn't take an hour and a half. Only took half an hour, and you get it. And this is how the game thinks you're supposed to get up onto the building. But again,
crashing.
Greed, yeah. And then, of course, first tries the charm. I don't know, maybe this level went better for you, but for me, it was just an amalgamation of all that the game's flawed at. It's the final level, so if you're on Xbox or GameCube, this is the last thing you see before you max out your character. Well, actually, you probably need to go back and do all the competitions that I skipped, and I'm still gonna skip. I'm not gonna show those. But that was Venice. But now I've shown off the 2 bonus levels. I've finally gone back 5 years later to finish my Dave Mirra 2 LP. It's been a cool run. Going back and knocking these down. Finish the fight, Finish what you started.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
Halo 3, finish the fight.
Halo 4, start a new fight. Thanks for watching. I'm Aesthetic. If you, agreed, with what I thought about the level. Let me know what you think. If you disagreed, let me know what you think.
Yeah, leave a comment.
And all that sheesh.
Make sure to write your eulogies for Insectic down at the bottom.
Yeah, he had a lot to say.
I was about to say in the description, if you wrote it in the description, that would be very impressive.
Yeah.
Please don't.
No, I'm just gonna... I'm not gonna stop. I just, if the next game turns out to be surprisingly bullshit, I don't know, I'll probably just die, so you guys won't hear.
Am I gonna have to pick up the reins after that?
Yeah, probably.
Jeez.
Alright, thanks for watching.